During the latest main story quests, we were able to further explore Fort Maria's library. And in this chamber or behind, the place behind the bookshelf, we found these stone carvings, which are very interesting to say the least. It's like a map of the network between these magical trees in Jorvik, and we can use this to learn more about the trees, the network, and the magic in Jorvik. So let's get into it. Okay, so if we start looking at this map carving, we see that some pieces are missing, obviously, and but right now we're looking at what we can see. We can easily identify Scarecrow Hill up in the left corner, and we also have the one in the center here, which is where we are in Fort Moria, because you can see it kind of looks like a stone circle on South Hoof, but if you see that there's mountains and there's the shape of the arch here down in this chamber. And we can also see down right, it very much looks like Fire Grove or Fir Grove. I don't know how you pronounce it, but yeah, that. So that is probably the tree that is up in those mountains. Alright, so now we're looking at the full map again, and I've made my own notes on it. As you can see, I've marked Scarecrow Hill, Fort Moria, and Fir Grove. These are certain. We know that these are the trees. We know these trees are correct on this map. And I have also marked Fort Moria and Scarecrow Hill in circles because, as you can see, these gems in the middle, they are glowing, which the others are not. And I think it means that the passage is active. I don't think it means the tree is active, because we can see the tree in Fir Grove is active, it's living. You can hear it play music, same as the one near Devil's Gap, and these are not glowing, so I think this just means that the passage is active. And if we look here, the two ones that that I think are the trees, the Forgotten Fields. We have first the one the one that's higher up on the map, which I think is the destroyed tree, because you can see it's shattered. Its piece of the map is shattered, which could mean it's the destroyed tree. And then we have the other one on the Forgotten Fields, which I think is the one near Devil's Gap. But we cannot see it really. But we can see these things reaching up, which could be something pointing to Devil's Gap. Then we have above Scarecrow Hill, we see that there is a path, which means that there will be something on the map up here. I think that is Mystic Valley, where Calder live. And if we look, because it makes more sense if we look here to the right, which I think is the Valley of Frozen Mist, there's a big tree in the middle of that. So this would make sense, since the Calder move around a lot between Dino Valley and Mystic Valley. And if we jump one step right again, I think this is Wildwoods. I'm not sure, but the Guardian, I think that big tree is called, it's quite clearly a magical tree, and it would make sense for that to be on the map, which only leaves us with the tree in South Hoof, because we know that tree exists. So I think it's missing on this map here. We can see kind of a symbol close here, which looks like this symbol further up on the map, like, you know, like kind of right of Scarecrow Hill. Not sure, because it would probably make sense, because even though this map isn't like accurate, like distance and stuff, it would not make sense to put south of up here next to Scarecrow Hill, because the other ones are like somewhat accurate at least. So that's where I think the trees are, and we can also see that it's branching out, which means probably there could be more of these trees on the way. So as you can see on these like paintings, carvings, and as we were told in the quest, these trees, or the roots of the trees, form a passage or passages between places. So they have a very, very strong connection to Norwegian magic, as we also know since before. The trees are like living, they are a part of Jorvik, and the roots are very deep, they are very strong, and probably reach down to Jorvik's core. And so they're not magical, they are pure magic. And the Coulter know this. And as I will talk about in another video, they have been here for a very, very long time. So, as we can see, the Fort Maria Library holds a lot of knowledge, and not just these stone carvings or paintings, whatever you want to call them. Also the paintings on the walls, and what we can see from the scrolls or books that are open that we can look at. That I will cover in another video. This video was like primarily about the map, the trees, what we can see in this quest. So until next time, and stay curious, everyone.